21 punches, many of them body shots. Akinwande landed only 8 through only 26. And there he is, clinching Lewis's head under his left arm. Could it be, George, that Akinwande's arms are so long that he just cannot resist his urge to hold?
He can't do anything else. Evidently, he's not a short puncher, so when he's close, all he can do to protect himself is to hold.
Now Akinwande begins to land that 1-2 more effectively. And the crowd begins to express its displeasure. Lewis tries a wild roundhouse right. Akinwande wraps him up. It ain't going to be pretty.
Ain't going to be pretty, and we're going to have a referee who's very tired.
And Lewis, it looks as though he's almost worn out already.
No doubt about it.
Wobbling around.
His corner has told him to throw these power punches, and that's what you don't want to do when you're fighting a guy grabbing like that. You want to just stay ahead on points, get your win every round.
Lewis still doing an effective job of ducking and slipping. That time he doesn't get a punch off before Akinwande leans all over him. Akinwande killing 8, 10, 12 seconds at a time, just leaning all over Lewis.
He's doing a good job. If the referee continuously let him do that, Lennox Lewis is going to faint.
I can hear a lot of fans saying, well, if this is what's going to happen when we get a 6'5" guy against a 6'7" guy, let's go back to the shorter heavyweights. They're more fun to watch.
No, it's the rope. The ring is very small. There's no room to run.
Should it have been bigger?
I think so.
But Lewis is making all the effort here. I mean, give him credit. He's trying to make a fight out of it.
He's doing the best he can.
You know, and it takes two to fight. And a professional fighter, if all he's interested in is hugging and squeezing and holding on, there's not a whole lot you can do about it.
It's hard to imagine how much longer Lane can go without being forced to disqualify Akinwande.
He's in an awful bad position.
Terrible.
Step back means step back. Hey? Step back. Now, come on.
Lane is in a terrible position, and so by extension is the Nevada State Athletic Commission.
The body punches by Lewis are most effective right now.
Well, he's winning every round, George. I mean, wouldn't you assume that Lewis has won the first 3 rounds?
No doubt about it, but he's also playing in the part of the old bull when the matador was sticking that thing over his neck, and he's being held like that. Eventually, things have to happen bad to you.
You know, Lewis is not a great infighter, but Akinwande hasn't got a clue about what infighting is about.
Solid punch there. Round 4 comes to a close. The crowd hopes for something better. Lewis tries to quell his mounting frustration.
So what you got to do, you're draining him slowly, okay? Yep. You're draining him slowly. Work the jab, but when you get off, you got to get short punches on with him. See, you're trying to get set for big wide shots, and that's how he's grabbing you. You're trying to get big right hands. Try to get up with short shots. Your punches are too wide, and that's how he's able to grab you. Get short shots off. That's why he can't get inside. He'll say, come up between. You run back, you're trying. Don't forget that. Everything, just those short shots.
Henry, come on now. You don't even looking like nowhere near the gym. Come on, Henry. Come on, lift your head up, man. Take a deep breath. Come on, you let this guy intimidate you. Let this guy intimidate you. Get physical with this guy. Get physical with him. You hear me? You're stronger than he is. Let's go, Henry. You make yourself strong. Let's go.
Come on, guys.
Short punches.
Speed and angle.
Short punches. He's giving it up. Pressure with short punches.
CompuBox numbers say that in the first 4 rounds, Henry Akinwande has thrown 95 punches. That's a total of 23 per round, or an average of 23 per round. We saw a heavyweight a couple of months ago, Ike Beabuchi, who throws 95 punches in an average round.
Lewis' corner gave him some good advice. Stay short.
Harold Letterman, quickly, how do you have the first 4 rounds?
Larry, I got about a million things to say about this fight. 3 rounds to 1, 39-36, Lennox Lewis. Let me tell you something. When you get hit with a legal punch that causes you anything to touch the canvas except the soles of your feet in the scoring area, that's a knockdown. That shot that Henry landed in the 3rd round was a knockdown. Therefore, he should have got the 3rd round. As far as holding, it's illegal. You got 1. one hand free. You can punch with the free hand until the referee yells break.
How soon should he be disqualified, Harold?
Let me tell you, if Henry Akinwande keeps on holding, it's coming soon. I figure another 2-3 rounds, he's out of here.
Mills Lanes is in an embarrassing situation.
Yeah,
he just had a big controversy, disqualification in the state. He just don't want to that quick.
Look, he looks like an Oreo cookie there, mixed in between those two big guys. Oh, Mills Lane is earning his money these days.
Second time that Lane has called Don Turner up.
You tell him next time he's gone, okay? You tell him.
Hey, Henry, he's getting ready to disqualify you.
You need to fight.
Don't let him disqualify. This guy about to drop dead, man. All you got to do is fight him.
Let's go.
Fight him back. Get out there and fight.
Well, it couldn't be any clearer than that.
He just don't have any other defense. That's all there is to it. He just does not have any other defense.
Let him go, Henry. Let him go. Let him go.
You wonder what could be going through Akinwande's mind. I guess you're right, George.
He's trying to protect himself from heavy punches, and he doesn't know any other way.
He's used to being able to fight with room between him and his opponents. He's been able to dictate that, and Lewis is not letting him dictate the geometry of the fight. Well, so he is utterly confused.
366 days ago, July 11, 1996, Galata disqualified while pounding Riddick Bowe in Madison Square Garden. 4 months later, Atlantic City Convention Center, Galata.
It's the end of the fight. We've had another disqualification.
Yep, I was just about to get this. There you go. That's the fourth major disqualification in the heavyweight division in 366 days. It was inevitable. There was nothing else Lane could do.
And I want to say, give a gold crown to Mills Lane. He was in an almost impossible situation after 2 weeks ago to have to do this, and he had the guts to do what was right.
Well, nobody's ever going to question Mills Lane's guts. It's just a shame, George. It's a crying shame.
Yeah, it doesn't look good, but hey, sometimes you got to stand up and do what's right.
And I'll say this. In a way, you can say Akinwande found a way to quit. There are a lot of ways to quit in the ring. Sometimes you can bite a guy's ear to quit. Sometimes you can have an emotional breakdown in the ring to quit. And we saw this guy clutching to quit and get out of there. That's the third Don King fight in a championship fight who has quit this recently.
Yes.
This is the Dan Duas. This is a main event fight, though.
Akinwande works for Don King, George.
Yeah, but Don King is not getting, not making these guys quit. He's giving them money, but he's not the one responsible.
Let's go to Michael Buffer and hear the particulars.
You use the jab to drive him into bad position.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Mills Lane, after repeated warnings, point deductions, warned the challenger Henry Akinwande that he had to fight and stop holding. He had to disqualify the challenger, the winner, and still WBC heavyweight champion of the world, Lennox Lewis.